Hey there, welcome to Yoga with Rachel, and welcome to your full body yoga morning routine to free your fascia. So this practice is actually taken from my Udemy program, Stretch, Strengthen, and Revive Fascia. I decided to share it here with you on YouTube, so that way you can get a little taste or a little sample of what the program is like. So within the program, there are 15 movement practices with over 50 different exercises that are designed to stretch, strengthen, and keep your fascial system nourished and healthy. So if you get to the end of today's practice and you're like, wow, that felt really awesome in my body, I invite you to check out the program. I have this program linked down below in the description and also in the comments. I would love to see you there. And if not, no hard feelings. I'm really happy that you are here joining me right now. For today's practice, I invite you to bring a blanket or a pillow to your space. 2 yoga blocks or 2 thick books are nice to have. And without further ado, let's get ready to wake up our fascia. Good morning. Welcome to your full body morning routine to wake up your fascia. For items, I invite you to bring a blanket as well as 2 yoga blocks or 2 thick books to your space. These items are optional. With that said, they are here to support you in your practice. So let's begin on our backs. And whenever you do arrive there, take a full body stretch, sending your hands past your head, spreading through your fingers, your toes, arching through the back body, permission to yawn. Just stretching out in all directions. And then whenever you feel ready, just release your arms to your sides. Allow the muscles to relax and soften as you breathe in and out. Wonderful. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Place your hands on your shins or on your knees, whatever feels best. And just feel your low back connect with the surface beneath you. You can find a gentle rock from side to side, massaging through the back body, saying good morning. Wonderful. You can either continue this rocking motion or you can find stillness. We're going to light a little fire in the core. Take a breath in through your nose. And then as you breathe out, drive your belly button down towards the spine as you lift your head and shoulders away from the ground. Bring your nose closer towards your knees and then point through your toes. Relax your shoulders down and then look on up towards the sky. Beautiful, you got this. Take a breath in and then breathe on out to lower your head and neck, shoulders back down to the earth. And then release the soles of your feet down to the ground with a thud, like so. Or maybe even louder. We're just going to wake up the neighbors. Why not? Good morning, neighbors. All right. Soles of your feet on the ground, knees are pointing upwards. And then walk your feet closer towards your bum. And then allow your arms to rest alongside your body. If you do happen to have a yoga block or a thick book, you can place that item between your thighs and give that item a little squeeze, engaging the muscles of the leg and also the pelvic floor. Beautiful. Rock your pelvis forward. Feel your low back really connect with the ground beneath you. Take a breath in here. And then as you breathe out, press both feet firmly into the ground and then resist your feet forward as if you're trying to slide your feet off of your mat, but they're going to remain rooted in place. Okay, so once you have that muscular contraction, you can begin the movement, lifting your hips towards the sky. So peeling the tailbone away from the ground, your mid-back will begin to lift. Again, keeping that muscular activation. Your shins are actively reaching forward. Squeeze the glutes at the top. Take a breath in here. And then as you breathe out, pressing the feet down into the ground, resist the heels back towards the back edge of your mat, feeling the hamstrings start to fire on up as you slowly lower and release your back body to the ground. Wonderful. Relax your muscles for a moment. Breathe in. Breathe out. All right. Once again, pressing the feet down into the ground, resisting the feet forward, rocking the pelvis forward, creating that beautiful connection to the ground as you slowly begin to lift your hips away from the ground. Hips towards the sky, creating such a beautiful opening through the front body. Tuck your chin in slightly, lengthening through the back of the neck. Breathe in here. And then as you breathe out again, feet press firmly down into the ground, resisting the heels back, and then slowly lower your back body onto the ground, massaging the entire spine. Wonderful. Leg muscles relax. Take a breath in, and then breathe out. All right, one more round. Feet press down, resist away. Rock the pelvis forward, and then begin your movement. Wonderful. Feet press down, and then heels resist back. And then this time, as you lower down to the ground, I want you to sway your hips from side to side, like so. So we're connecting with the ground in a little bit of a different way, connecting each part of the spine nice and slow. And then eventually we lower and release. Awesome job. Remove your yoga block, place it to the side. Just allow your body to grow heavy here on your mat, allowing your muscles to soften and relax. Breathe in. Breathe out. So there's two options. We're going to come to a seat next. So either you can come through a fetal position, like so, and then prop yourself up to a seat, or you can hug your knees in towards your chest, place your hands on your hamstrings, send the feet back slightly, and just find like this bouncing motion back and forth, and then allow that, plus the core connection, gain momentum to allow you to rock and roll the length of your spine until you eventually come to a seat on your mat. Once again, if that option doesn't feel suitable for you, you can always come through fetal position and then to a seat. Totally up to you. If you happen to have a blanket handy, you can sit on that blanket, just lifting your hips slightly away from the ground. All right, release your fingertips to the ground, place your feet out in front, and then walk your feet together. Soles of your feet connect, and then your knees grow heavy, falling open like a book. Feel free to walk the heels in if you're looking for a deeper hip stretch or create some space. All right, place your hands on the insides of your knees. Your hands will press down into your knees, and then your knees will begin to resist back, like so. So you may find that you're working the arms, you're working it all the way across the chest, but you may also find that the adductors start to turn on a little bit more here. Take a breath in, and then breathe on out to relax. Whew, good work. Let's try that again. Hands press down in towards the knees. The knees will resist back. The amount of resistance is up to you. And we're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Good work. One more time. So get that muscular contraction going. Relax the shoulders down. You got this. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax and release. Great work. Place your hands on your ankles and then just flutter your legs up and down like so. So currently, it's spring. It's officially spring here. And whenever I do this type of a movement, I just imagine, butterflies flying around the sky, landing on various plants, just tapping into some playful imagery. Lovely. Find stillness. And we're just going to hold the stretch a little bit longer. So if that doesn't feel like super comfortable for you, you can always place yoga blocks, couch cushions, any items that you have underneath your legs for support. You can place them on the medium setting. Totally up to you. Okay. Interlace your fingers and then wrap them around your toes. Take a breath in here. And then as you breathe out, begin to round through your back body, bow your head, chin towards your chest. I invite you to find a gentle sway with your upper body from side to side, relaxing and melting into the stretch. And whenever you are ready, I invite you to find stillness. Breathe in. And then as you breathe out, allow that to be your cue to slowly roll on up through your spine. Great. Coming to a cross-legged seat now. Interlace your fingers out in front. Hug the elbows in towards the side body, and then just move your hands in a circular motion. So we're just stretching out the wrists now before we make our way to all fours. And then reversing that circle, taking it in the opposite direction. Lovely. Now give your hands a little shake. Bring some energy to the hands. Okay, let's make our way to all fours. Don't know what that was, but I'm just playing. So if you do have a blanket, feel free to place that underneath your knees. So we've been here a few times in our journey in tabletop positions, stacking the wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, spread through the fingers, fingertips root down, feet root down into the ground. Rock your pelvis forward, creating length through the back body, and then look down at your mat. Take a breath in here, and then breathe out. All right, press your hands down into the ground, and then resist your hands forward. Keep a small bend in your elbows. Knees will naturally resist back. Keep that muscular contraction as you round through your spine. Bow your head, tuck your tailbone under. Take a breath in here, and then as you breathe out, hands resist in towards the knees resisting in towards the hands. As you drop your belly, look towards the top edge of your mat now. Take a breath in here, and then as you breathe out, come back the way that you came, moving in the opposite direction, stretching out through the back body. Breathe in, breathe on out, hands resist in, knees resist in, drop the belly, lift your heart, lift your chin slightly. Take a breath in here, and then breathe on out to round through your spine. Beautiful. Breathe in, breathe on out, dropping the belly, looking towards the top edge of your mat. Breathe in here, and then breathe on out to find a neutral spine. Great work. Step your right foot back, followed by your left foot. We meet in a high plank. Press out of your foundation, heels actively reach back, front body hugs on up to meet your back body. Now begin to pedal out the feet, so bending into the right knee, straightening through the right leg, bending into the left knee, and then straighten through the left leg. So just alternating between the two. Keeping the core nice and tight and engaged. Continue looking down at the ground. Crown of your head reaches actively towards the top edge of your mat. We are here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower your knees down to the ground. You can come to a kneeling position or to a cross-legged seat, your choice. Take a moment to roll your shoulders forward, up and back. Tick-tocking the head from side to side. And perhaps you take zombie arms here, directing the fingertips towards the earth, stretching out through the wrists as well as your forearms. Awesome. Well, I really hope that you're feeling energized by now. I know I'm already starting to feel it. We're going to come back to our hands and knees. We're going to be really keeping the core nice and tight for this next exercise. And we're going to be testing our balance as well. So do your very, very best and choose an option that works best for you. All right, let's make our way to all fours once again. So finding our solid foundation in tabletop position, rocking the pelvis forward, spreading through the fingers, look down at the ground. The base will be super important for this one. All right, curl your right toes under and then slide your right foot towards the back edge of your mat, extending through that leg. Take a breath in here. And then as you breathe out, press into the top of your left foot as you lift your right foot away from the ground. Dial your toes down towards the ground. That back leg is extended. Your heel is roughly in line with your right hip. All right, now we're going to test our balance by shifting more weight over towards the right palm and then reach your left hand forward, palm facing towards the ground. Feel free to lower your right foot down to the ground if that feels better. Take a breath in here. And then as you breathe out, bring your right knee in towards center. Your left hand will now tap your right knee. But we're going to keep a neutral spine so the back body is nice and still. Breathe on in to reach and lengthen. Breathe on out to tap. Breathe in, reach and lengthen. Breathe on out to tap. Breathe in to reach, extend. Breathe out to tap. Breathe in, reach and lengthen. You got this. Breathe on out to tap. All right. Coming back to your tabletop position. Reset. Curl your left toes under and then slide your left foot towards the back edge of your mat. Take a breath in here. And then as you breathe out, press on into the top of your right foot as you lift your left toes away from the ground. So dial the toes down. Imagine that you're stamping your foot into a wall behind you. Your heel is roughly in line with your left hip. Shifting more of the weight over towards the left palm now as you reach your right hand forward, palm facing down. Take a breath in here. And then as you breathe out, bring the knee and the hand in. Keep your back body as still as possible. Press out of your foundation. Breathe in to lengthen. Imagine that someone's pulling you in both directions, forward and back. And then breathe on out to tap. Breathe in, lengthen, breathe out to tap. Breathe in to lengthen, breathe out to tap. One more time, breathe in, breathe out. All right, great work. Coming back to a tabletop position, swing the legs to one side as we come to a seat on our mat. I invite you to take a breath in through your nose and then breathe out through your mouth. Awesome. Let's send the right leg out long on the mat and then hug the left foot in. Wonderful. Again, permission to sit on a blanket here if you would like a little lift in the hips. And you can make use out of your yoga blocks or a blanket couch cushion, and you can place that item underneath the left thigh and knee. All right. Release your right fingertips to the ground. On your next breath in, reach your left hand high into the sky. Draw a line with your mind all the way from your left hip, up your side body, up the arm, and then to your fingertips. Really feeling that connection to the ground, how everything is all connected. Pressing your right heel down into the ground, your toes lifting on up towards the sky. Take a breath in here. And then breathe out to reach over towards the right side. Side body stretch. And now I invite you to find some mini bounces or baby pulses, reaching a little bit more towards the right side. So we're just stretching into the side body a little bit more. Notice where you're feeling that bouncing or that spring-like action taking place. Take a breath in here, and then breathe on out to come back to center. Great work. Let's switch. Take it over to the other side. So the left leg goes out long, right foot comes in. We're staying nice and heavy and grounded in that right hip. Point your left toes towards the sky as you release your left fingertips down to the ground. Breathe in, right hand reaches up and overhead, spreading through your fingers. Draw that line from your right hip all the way up to the right fingertips. Breathe in, breathe on out, reaching over towards the left side. And now find your mini bounces. Breathe in here, and then breathe on out, coming back to center, finding a cross-legged seat. Place your hands on your knees, and now let's just draw some circles with the torso. So shining the heart center forward, and then rounding through the back body, the low back, the mid back. As we stretch out through all sides of the torso. Reverse that circle. Awesome. Allow your circle to become smaller and smaller until we're sitting upright on the mat. Awesome work. Bring your hands together, so palms together to prayer hands, and then right in front of your face, but a few inches away from your face like so. And then allow the elbows to go from left to right. Press your palms together. So we're taking active prayer hands here, really pressing the palms together. Feel that muscular contraction all the way up through the arms and then into the chest, into the pecs, and maybe even into the shoulder blades and traps. Hold on to that muscular contraction as you slowly begin to bring your forearms closer together. All good if they don't touch. And then relax the muscles to come back to start. Let's try that again. Pressing, breathe in, breathe on out, bringing the elbows closer towards one another. Wonderful, relax, breathe in. And then once you have that muscular contraction, you can begin the movement. And then relax. Whew, great work. Give the hands, give the arms a little shake. And now, last but not least, the precious neck. Let's tend to the neck, shall we? You can draw some slow semicircles with your nose or full circles. Whatever feels good for you today. Permission to reverse your circle. And then eventually bring your head back over your heart space. Take a breath in through your nose. And then on your breath out, I invite you to close your eyes. Notice how you feel physically, energetically, emotionally. There is no right or wrong answer, as your experience is completely unique to you. Breathe in. Breathe out through your mouth. Empty it out. Awesome. You can open up your eyes if they were closed. Thank you so very much for joining me here today. I really hope that you enjoyed this morning routine. I hope that you found it nice and energizing. It's a really great way to wake up the fascia, to wake up the entire body. So feel free to return back to it whenever you feel it will best serve you. Thank you again, and I look forward to moving with you very soon.